And of course, if you see my thumbnail, you can see in my face, the double chin is less, boo-boo. You see it's less. It's not as popping. It's still there, but it's not as it was before. Hello, beautiful, sexy people. It's your girl, Natalie, back with another video. I'm woken right now, and these birds want to be chirping away and making a lot of noise, so excuse them just being rude in my video. Anyways, if you're new here, my name is Natalie, and I'm on a mission to live my life as positively and healthy as possible. Now we got an airplane. Like, they just being rude in my video today, just so rude. Anyways, guys, today we are going to be talking about my final results and my final thoughts on the Whole30. I should have made this video, but I was trying to talk to my friend or whatever because she did the Whole30 as well. And I wanted us to talk about it and do like a video where we talk about it, our experiences, but our schedules didn't line up. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do this by myself. So y'all going to get me today. And I think that's still good. You know? Oh, let's also just make sure we peep the hair. Got my hair done so we can stop having all these crazy hair mishaps. And I need a hair break. So I was like, yes, let's just do this cute little look. So yes, and also got my nails done. Look, I'm feeling so fancy. They look like I'm going to somebody's wedding or I'm getting married myself, right? So fancy. Also today is day one. Oh, there go the sun. All right, there go the sun. Anyways, today is day one of me trying to walk 10,000 steps a day. That's going to be my new form of exercise. That's what we're doing. All right, so what we're doing right now is I'm going to Dunkin' Donuts to get me some coffee to start my day. Because while I seem like I have energy, this is a straight front. I need some coffee. So y'all gonna come with me to get coffee. If you don't want to see that, then timestamps in the description. Click what you need to click to get to where you need to get. But for those that do, let's go get some coffee. Here, I made it to Dunkin' Donuts. We are at 2,775 steps. Still got a lot more to go, so let's hopefully work it out. But let's get this coffee first. Got my coffee. A little bit disappointed. The last time I went a couple days ago, they had pink straws, and we back to this orange straw situation. But the coffee is still good. And off we go, back on our walk. I gotta go stop by the pharmacy and get something for my mom's, so that's just gonna help me add some more steps to the situation. So let's go. All right, guys, we are back in the house, ready to tell you about my Whole30 pros and cons. Y'all know I write everything down, so don't mind me looking down to tell you guys what's going on. I just have a little bit of notes, so I don't think I'll be looking down too much. But yes, I had to come inside. Matter of fact, let me tell you guys where my steps were at when I got home. Hold on. Got my stepwatch right here. I took it off so not to cheat. So upon arriving home, I'm at 6,711 steps. So I still got about 4,000, closer to 3,000, a little bit more than 3,000 steps left to go. So I'm going to figure that out and get that done today some kind of way. But let's talk about my my final thoughts, pros, cons about Whole30, and yeah, let's do that. All right, so the pros for Whole30 are, for me personally, these are obviously my experience, so these are how I feel about it.
I do believe that is a really, really good reset for your body, which is why a lot of people do it at the beginning of the year. They do it right January 1st, boom, they start their Whole30 program. Or January 2nd, because, you know, we celebrate in January 1st. So yeah, people do that to reset. It's a new year. And I do think that it's a good way to reset your body because you're eliminating a lot of like junk and crap and sugar and keeping it super healthy, super basic. So I do think it's a really good reset. Second pro, I personally like a good challenge. So I was for it because it's a challenge, right? And it's also very kind of structured because there are, you know, whenever you play a game or whatever the case is, there's rules, there's do's and don'ts. And I kind of really like that. There was no guesswork. Even if there was anything that I was unsure of, everything was on their website. All I had to do was Google it. So I really like that. There was no confusion, no guesswork, no, I'm not sure if I'm doing this right or wrong type of situation. So I really liked that. This was definitely a pro for me because I'm not big on cooking. It's not my favorite thing. I keep it simple, as y'all saw in my what I eat in a day video. So if you haven't seen that, it's going to be in the cards and down below what I eat in a day on Whole30. And yes, so this kind of forced me to get cooking more. It forced me to get a little bit more creative, figure out what I can do, what I can't do, and just switch it up. Because what am I going to do? Eat vegetables and Chipotle every day for 30 days? Nobody has the type of money to be spending on Chipotle every single day. But that is also another pro for me, is the fact Chipotle was allowed. Now, that was an extra pro for me because Chipotle is so close to my house. So whenever I was having a I'm not cooking today day, or especially in the beginning when I started and I didn't really have a plan in place when I started. So I kind of was just like, great, I'm doing Whole30. Oh, what am I going to eat now? So I was really eating a lot of Chipotle in the first week. But it was allowed, and I was really, really grateful that it was allowed. And I just had that option to like get Chipotle, and I didn't have to cross my fingers that I was doing something right or wrong. It is on the website that you can have the Chipotle salad bowl with. Yep, salad bowl. And I'm just gonna get some double chicken. Yeah. And can I get the onions and peppers? Perfect. Nope, that's it. So it was a nice little salad bowl or whatever that you can have from Chipotle. So that was definitely a pro for me. There are other things that you can have, and I will put them somewhere in the screen, the different restaurants that you're allowed to have. If it's a burger place, usually if it's a high-end burger place like Five Guys is kind of high-end or whatever. So you can have Five Guys, but you can have their burgers bunless and cheeseless. And then like if you want sauce or ketchup or whatever the case is, you'd have to use your own sugar-free ketchup, which I got from Thrive Market. I'll place pictures of all these things I just mentioned on the screen somewhere. What else we got? What else we got? What else we got? What else we got? In terms of using the potty, TMI, yes, I'm not a very regular person on a regular basis. Y'all know what I'm talking about when I say regular. Yeah, so I'm not always regular-ish. This definitely helped me with that, which was I was not expecting, because anytime I cut calories or, you know, eat healthier, it makes it worse. Like I use the bathroom less. But this made me more regular, and I was like, okay, Whole30, thank you. And of course, if you see my thumbnail, you can see in my face, the double chin is less, boo-boo. You'll see it's less. It's not as popping. It's still there, but it's not as it was before. So I definitely lost some weight, and I'm going to pop that right here on the screen. I lost 15 pounds in that 30 days on Whole30. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. Oh my goodness. I was hype. And I took that weigh-in on the 3rd, July 3rd. My last day of Whole30 was July 2nd, and I weighed in on July 3rd to find out where I was at with my weight, and I dropped 15 pounds. I'm sure some of that was definitely water weight because, you know, and this was without counting calories. The only thing I was doing was following the Whole30 program and intermittent fasting most days. Not every day, because I listened to my body. So if I was hungry in the morning, I ate, or I had a snack or something like that. Like even in my what you eat in a day video, I said, hey, I woke up and I was hangry, so I had some apples real quick, even though ordinarily I would not have had that in the morning. I would have just skipped right to my eggs and vegetable meal that I made that day. But I woke up and I was like, I need to eat something before I kill somebody. So I ate some apples and I had that. So most of the time I was intermittent fasting, but I did just like kind of listen to my body. If I had a day or two here and there where I felt like I needed to eat in the morning, I did. But I didn't count calories. And there were times and days where I felt like, ooh, I feel like I'm eating too much here. One of my favorite snacks that I got a little bit, here we getting into the cons a little bit, but I'm going to tell you a story. I got a little bit addicted, addicted to cashews. Cashews are allowed, and especially if they were salted cashews, oh my goodness, I would eat those all the time. And cashews are the type of food that just a little bit is a lot of calories. So imagine me eating them by the handfuls just all day or whatever. Like, I was taking in a lot of calories just in cashews, period. And I was struggling to like not eat the full bag or the full container, whichever kind I had. Sometimes I had them in a plastic like Tupperware-ish container, or I had them in a bag, depends on where I got them. So it would be really hard for me to not go crazy and eat all the cashews. But yeah, so even with me kind of feeling like I was doing too much, eating too many cashews, intermittent fasting and Whole30, 15 pounds. I ain't mad. So those are my pros for Whole30. So we're going to talk about the cons next. So yes, let's talk about these cons. Again, I'll be looking at my notes. They're over here. Okay, one of the cons for me was the adjustment period in the first few days. Like I said, I went a little cuckoo for the past couple of months. I was eating really bad. When I did switch to the Whole30 program and I was eating more clean foods, the first day I was fine. I was like, okay, this is easy peasy, no problem. Day 2 is when it really hit me.
All right, it's day 2 and I've been really terrible at just taking pictures of what I've been eating, or even like documenting like what I'm eating or what I'm doing for Whole30. Really need to figure some stuff out, so I'm probably going to take you guys shopping with me tomorrow or some other day. I don't know. I'm kind of low energy right now. I'm tired. Like day 1 was okay. I felt fine. I was super excited about that. I was like, okay, I thought this was gonna be harder than it was. I thought I was gonna feel kind of shitty, for lack of a better word. But I'm kind of feeling that today. I have a slight headache and I'm tired, so low energy kind of day.
And so from day 2 to about day 4, I was feeling a little bit low energy and I was having headaches. All right, but that only lasted for about 3 days. Not the first 3 days, but from day 2 to about day 4, and then day 5 I felt okay. Alrighty, so that's one of the cons, but it's kind of like to be expected, so it's not that big of a deal. Obviously it didn't last that long. It lasted a couple of days and it was just low energy and headaches. Obviously other people might have other symptoms, so I'm speaking for myself. Another con for me was this date coffee. The date coffee was so good. It was so good. But for me personally, one, I had a bad experience as a child with black coffee. I tried it and it was disgusting, and I don't want to go back down that path. So I absolutely refuse to try black coffee again. So for me, whenever I want a coffee, I would make my date coffee, which I showed you guys how to make it, or how I make it in my What I Eat in a Day video. And for that, for my particular taste buds, I had to use 4 dates. Now, I had 2 problems with it. Problem number 1 was just the fact that it was a whole lot just to drink coffee. You know, I had to basically make a smoothie just to get the caffeine that I wanted in for the day.
We interrupt this regularly scheduled programming for a quick message from Hot Mess Natalie.
So one of my issues with Whole30 right now is that I need to drink some coffee real quick and head out. I woke up super late. I'm running late, so I need some coffee. I need to hop in the shower and I need to go. But instead of being able to just pour some coffee, some milk, and some agave to sweeten, stir that up, drink, shower, and go, I now have to do a whole concoction.
Now back to your regularly scheduled program.
And 2, dates. One date by itself has so many calories. 41 calories in one date. Just one date, 41 calories. So off the bat, I'm starting my coffee with over 160 calories. Over 160 calories before I add milk, before I add cream, before I add, that was all I would have added to it, is the dates, milk, cream. I didn't use cream in that particular video because I didn't want to, but I did have the Whole30 approved creamers from Thrive Market, and I will put a picture of it over here so you guys can see what that looks like. But yeah, I had to go through a lot to create coffee for myself that I enjoy. And while the date coffee was really good, like it was really good and definitely something that I'll make sometimes. So it didn't hurt anything, but it just felt like, man, that's a lot of calories. And I'll also include the carbs because I know dates have a lot of carbs and I just don't remember off the top of my head how many carbs they have. So those were my top 2 cons right there. But it is a restrictive diet, and that's not always something that's going to work for everyone. Because sometimes when you restrict yourself and you come out of the restriction, that's when you binge eat or you go a little overboard with eating unhealthy foods or eating whatever you want because you're trying to, and this is for me, I didn't do it this time, but for me, I have caught myself, especially when I'm doing a longer fast, just kind of like coming out of it and then trying to make up for the days I wasn't eating. So it can be, the restrictiveness of this particular diet can be an issue for some people. So that's kind of something that you need to kind of consider before you do this, you know, because it's not going to be for everyone. I think it's a really healthy diet and it might be good for some people, but it might not be for some other people. Another con was, this wasn't really an issue for me except for exactly one time. Eating out. So going out to eat can be an issue because you're very limited on what you can eat when you're out. So you kind of have to be mindful of what you're ordering, and then you have to ask for like special accommodations. Oh, can you not put sauce on it? Oh, can you not put cheese on it? And like different types of things like that. So it almost kind of takes the fun out of eating out. I remember just hanging out with my cousin and his friends or whatever, and they hadn't even started eating yet, but I was hungry. They were actually drinking, so I couldn't partake in that. And I was hungry, so I actually ended up leaving to go to Chipotle. And Chipotle that day in that particular area decided to just be closed on a random Saturday at 5 p.m. And I'm like, yeah, that was literally me. So I had to end up going across the street to Subway's and getting the most plain, basic salad that you can possibly get. This is what was in my salad: lettuce, spinach, tomato, onion, cucumber, jalapeno peppers, and then for the dressing, I did oil and vinegar. That's it. So no type of protein in it at all because their meats are not Whole30 approved. So that was all I could eat, and I was far from home. So, and I needed to eat something. So I was just kind of like, and to combat my little pro with my TMI business and the last one, the con was, even though, and you know, I'm going to give you guys a second to head down to the description box and go ahead and skip this part and move on if you don't want to hear this. But yeah, a little TMI about my bathroom habits, that even though Whole30 was making me more regular, which I appreciated, I think there was definitely a lack of fiber in my diet, and I didn't really know how to figure that out other than to probably take some fiber supplements, which I didn't do. So my even though I was going to the bathroom on a regular basis, it was not as solid. It was kind of floaty business happening. And I'll leave it at that. Anyways, that is my video. Thank you guys for checking this out. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you all. And do me a favor, if you haven't already, give this video a like, subscribe, and leave me a comment down below and let me know after watching all these videos. If you haven't checked them out, they will be in the card somewhere or down below on Whole30. Is this something that you think that you would try or consider? Or is it just too extreme for you? Let me know in the comments if you would try it. Anyways, guys, thanks for checking out this video. And if you're not following me on Instagram, TikTok, Positively Vibes on all platforms, so make sure you're following me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.